Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and today we got Mother and Daughter Day this morning. And what?
And friends.
Yes, and friends, of course. They're not all mothers and daughters of each other, but they're friends and
Basically.
mothers and daughters. That's right. We're all family here. So anyway, we're going to start off with Dee today, and we're going to go ahead and have Renee video this whole group, so I'll show you how we adjust the entire family. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look in the mirror here first. Check your posture. Now she's a Dallas Cowboys fan. Okay, let's put your feet even for me. There you go. Now let's have you close your eyes and flex your head forward and then backwards for me, please. And then neutral. As you can see from that side view, she's got a little bit of the forward head posture, which, you know, that's the majority of Americans now because of our sedentary lifestyles of sitting, working on computer, handheld, cell phones, tablets, you name it. Sitting has actually become the #1 health hazard now in America, surpassing smoking. Of course, you haven't been doing a lot of sitting here for the last few days, have you, Dee?
Quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So, very good. All right, let's go ahead and decompress you first.
Oh, I need
Yeah,
this.
she's been working 12, 14-hour shifts, 4, 5, 6 days in a row here now, so she might fall asleep during this treatment. There we go. Okay, now let me get this in there, and let's get this one right here. There we go. Okay. And you can see that her feet are quite swollen because she's been on them for a long time, but she's also retaining water, and if you push in on it, it's actually some pitting edema. So we've advised her to get a cardiology examination and check blood test, check her kidneys and everything, so make sure we know what the underlying cause of all that is. But it's actually gotten better since you've been getting adjustments, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now just breathe through your nose. Atta girl. Good. Felt that all the way through, didn't you? Nice deep breaths. There you go. And she is still kicking. There we go. Yeah. Drop this right in my hands. There you go. Perfect. Same over here. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right. Yeah, I feel better when they move that good. That's a Palmer Diversified Cervical Rotary Brake. And I just decompressed her on the y-axis. Okay, let's slide her over sideways. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go in your tummy here. I'm going to put your head forward. So go ahead and scoot all the way up in there for me. Okay. Now, so you can see her pelvis raised way off the table and our legs up. That tightened up a lot too, didn't it? Right here in her sacroiliac joint. So we're adjusting her left sacroiliac joint first. Now her sacrum on the left side. Sacrum on the right side. The right sacroiliac joint. Okay, and then I'm going to get that sacrum right in the middle, straight superior to inferior on the y-axis and z-axis. This is L5 on the z-axis, L4, L3, L2, and L1. You can see how the angles in my arms change as I'm adjusting. And just breathe normal there, Dee. There you go. Yeah. D for Dallas, huh?
You know it.
We got a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans here in Houston, and a lot of Houston Texans fans here, of course, including myself, although I am a lifelong Green Bay Packer fan.
Oh.
I remember when Bart Starr snuck it over in the Ice Bowl to get him in the first Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys. So, I don't know how many of you out there saw the Ice Bowl live, but that would be showing my age.
that the Ice Age?
No, not the Ice Age, not that far back.
Oh.
But the Ice Bowl is showing my age because that was way back in the, I think that was in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it still called the Ice Bowl?
Oh yeah, it's a famous game that was played between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys for the National Football League championship, and Green Bay won it in the last 13 seconds of the game. So when famous coach Vince Lombardi was coaching them, and then they went on to the Super Bowl, first Super Bowl ever, playing the Kansas City Chiefs.
Was that done in 79?
I'm sorry?
Was that in 79?
No, it was in the 60s sometime, I believe. There we go. I don't remember the exact date of it, but it was like 15 below zero in Green Bay. They played in Green Bay and snow and ice on there. That's why they call it the Ice Bowl. Yeah, it was plenty cold. Yeah, we don't get much of that down here in Houston, thank God.
I used to love it, but I don't think I
There we
can
go.
survive.
Okay, Dee, let's turn you on your back now.
You know, the year we moved to Houston last time, it snowed 3 times here in 45 days.
In Houston?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The snow got to be about 2.5 foot deep.
Wow. That's a rarity.
Yeah.
Snowed a little bit here this last winter, here just enough to kind of cover the ground one day and shut the whole city down.
People went nuts that year. They didn't know what the heck to think. That makes
And we're going to adjust her ankles here too, which will help her swelling. There we go. Good. That's it.
She's going to be off all next week. We're going to make
That's
her
good.
appointment with her doctor.
Let's go ahead and turn you back on your TV now. Dee. I'm actually going to use a deeper tissue device on you today. Now, Dee hadn't had this turbinator too much, so.
That's the loud.
Oh! Dee, I know. Sometimes people don't like this, but it likes you. Take a deep breath. Okay, now play nice. Sometimes you gotta get rough, and then I play nice. Yeah, you like this one a lot better, huh? Everybody likes the
I like that.
genie rev a lot better than they do the turbo meter, especially women. Actually, a lot of men too. Oftentimes, women can endure a lot more pain than men, I've noticed in my 33 years of practicing.
If we can have a baby, we should be able to handle almost
Yeah.
anything.
You can have a baby, you can do about anything. I would have to agree with that. Got some sore spots even with this. Here in a second, I'm going to let Dee tell you how she came to find us and come in here, and about what we've done with her mom, because she referred her mom in very shortly after she started treatment. Now I'll let Ma tell your own story too. I'm sorry?
What do you do?
They go on YouTube, our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel, it's Gregory Johnson, and or if you type in the search bar your Houston chiropractor, we pop up everywhere. We have like 100, either 170 some videos or 190 some, I can't remember off the top of my head. But they're all mostly treatment videos, which I like doing because that shows you what we actually do in this office, which is a lot different than what a lot of chiropractors do, because most chiropractors don't spend this much time with their patients. There we go. Okay, Dee, let's have you sit up here and face towards Renee. There we go, good. Oh yeah, you'll be sleeping good today.
I hope so.
Okay. There we are, perfect. Okay, here we go. Just let this all relax. Yep. Okay. And get her elbows. Yeah, just let this relax. There you go. Perfect.
Feels good.
Yep.
That one popped twice.
Yep.
I wish mine would pop like that.
Yep. Some days they're more cooperative than others.
You just ain't pulling on mine hard.
Oh, they're right.
I'm surprised I'm popping at all.
Yeah, moving good today, actually. Okay, let's come over here and shoot you. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's have you flex your head forward and backwards again. Yeah, see, she's already got improved range of motion, and watch after I do this instrument adjustment on her, she'll have even more improved motion. So let's lift your shoulders up first, pull them back, throw your hands towards forward. Yeah.
What does turning
Yeah.
your hands forward do?
It tightens up the muscles in the upper thoracic or upper back region and helps to start stabilizing, keeping the head back in the posture that we need it to be in over the thoracic spine so that you don't have forward head posture.
Okay.
Yeah, everything you do is for a reason. There we
Well,
go. I know, and I like you asking questions. Mom's pretty inquisitive, and I like that. Okay, now let's have you flex forward and backwards again. Smoother, straight, straight. And now she's neutral, and that's better too. How'd that feel that time?
Good.
Smoother? Good. Would you mind telling our YouTube audience how you came to come here and how things have worked out for you this short amount of time? Because we've only been doing this for, well, this is only your 10th treatment.
Yeah. I called my insurance company and asked if they would cover for me to see a chiropractor.
Yeah. Then they referred you here, right?
They referred me. They gave me a list.
Yeah.
And I started calling. They gave me 3 names.
Yeah.
And I chose the one that I knew was an American doctor.
There you go.
Because I want somebody that I can understand.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so I called and talked to Renee, I guess.
Yeah.
And she told me I had to have the referral.
Yeah.
Well, I called my doctor's office and they sent a referral to another doctor.
Oh yeah, that's right. MD actually referred her primary care MD because she's on a Blue Cross Blue Shield HMO.
Right.
So we got a referral for 90 visits, which is pretty liberal.
Well, they referred. I kept telling them this doctor.
Right,
this is
right.
who I want.
Right.
Well, they sent the referral
To a different office.
to the other office. The other doctor's office called me, and I didn't want to travel that far.
Yeah.
I had never seen a chiropractor before, and I was very leery.
Yeah. So how's the experience been for you here?
The experience here from day one has been just great.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better. I'm sleeping better.
Yeah.
So
And you brought your mom in with you?
I brought my mother in. She actually brought me because she wanted to see how treatment worked.
Yeah.
My mother is a back patient. She has had 8 back surgeries.
8.
8.
With the instrumentation,
Yes.
screws and pins.
Yeah,
and rods.
she has hardware in her back, as we call it.
Yeah.
Dr. Johnson has been working on her now for, 10, 12 treatments?
Close to that, yep, same.
Okay. My mother could not stand up straight. Now she can. She can walk without a limp. She's getting around a lot better.
Yep. Very good. Well, thank you very much. All right. So we're going to do mom next. So we do mother-daughter combos today. Okay.
Put in, hold my jacket.
There we go. Okay. 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 There we go. Okay have you take a look there and see. And I mean, she wasn't standing up like this at all when we first met, Mama. She was bent over about 40 degrees.
Yes.
Okay. Let's have you close your eyes and flex your head forward and backwards for me.
Oh, that hurts
Yeah,
my neck.
she's kinking going backwards. Okay. And she's got some lung congestion going on today, and I'm going to show you how we can help break some of that up by doing some tamponated percussion on her thoracic spine where her lung lobes are. And you can see she's got a forward head posture, and she's way to the right, translation. And I think that's just mostly from her sleeping habits. A little translation in her thoracic spine and lumbosacral spine pelvis to the left, but that's a lot better than it usually is. Okay, very good. So, Ma, we're going to have you come over here and lay on your tummy. I do not decompress her on the y-axis on this table because she is not a good candidate for that because she's got some loose screws down there. Now, Dee tells me she's got some screws loose, but she's really got some screws loose in her low back. I'm just kidding on that, you know that. There we go. Okay, so see her legs were even. We used to not even be able to get her legs up here before she started hurting really bad. Now she's almost touching her pelvis with them, but you can still raises up her pelvis, so.
And I think the only reason it does is because it's pulling the muscle in her legs.
Yep. And we're still going to adjust her sacroiliac joints and sacrum first. I always start with the pelvis because it's really the base of the spine. The atlas is probably the most significant vertebrae we have in our entire spine that surrounds the brainstem, which is called the medulla oblongata, and that's right, the bone right under your skull. And the medulla oblongata, or the brainstem, surrounded by C1 and C2, control all cardiovascular and pulmonary functions, respiratory functions. That's why when Dale Earnhardt hit the wall at Daytona Beach and he didn't have that safety harness on his helmet, it immediately shattered his occiput and C1, insulting the brainstem, and that's why he died instantly. There we go. Now you can see I'm still putting a pretty good amount of force into the drop piece adjustments because she's got quite a bit of scar tissue proliferation down there from these 12, how many surgeries, 12? Or 8, I'm sorry. Yeah. The most surgeries I've ever worked on a guy on was 12. And his scar tissue was so thick that you couldn't even get through that with a turbinator. There we go. And I did not use the turbinator on her either because I don't want to hit one of those screws. Okay, so. Now, most everyone that has pelvic subluxations or sacroiliac problems has a tensor fascial lot of soreness, which a lot of people call their IT bands. It's on the very side or lateral aspect of the thigh. And I've got a short in this wire here, that's why it keeps going on and off. Got a new one ordered. Find me a good local handyman electrician guy to fix this. Okay. follow that. We're going to stop that. Now, I was telling you earlier I was going to show you the way we help patients break up some of the fluid retention. You can hear the difference. See how solid that sounds? That's where she's got a lot of the congestion. Less congestion up top, but in these lower lobes, you can hear it differently because this is the congested areas of her lungs. This is called tamponade. And you just basically cup your hands like this and slap on the back. That's where I was slapping on the back when people are coughing came from, actually, is this technique, which is truly a medical technique for helping to break up
I've got one of those
congestions.
vibrator things that my husband had, but I don't have a vest that fits me. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
The beater vest.
You can get Dee to do this on you every once in a while. I'm sure she wouldn't mind slapping you around. Okay, now let's have you turn on your back and we'll get your neck. And she's done really well with her cervical spine. Okay. See, we're knocking nothing out of her already. There we go. Okay, now. Just lay your head in my hands like I'm the pillow. That's it. Boy, it was perfect. Smooth as silk. Yes, sir. It's perfect. She relaxes really well for these adjustments, and that's why she's doing so well so quickly. Let this go here for me. They wanted to do another surgery on you, didn't they, Mom?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
You know, I'm almost tempted to go back out there and have him take all them screws out.
Yeah.
I've got 6. He put 8 in there. And
6 screws are loose?
No, I've got 6 screws left.
Oh, left.
He put 8 in there. And when I wound up with a drop foot, he thought maybe he had 2 of them too tight. And he went back in and took 2 of them out.
There was a lot of litigation when they were doing those pedicle screws.
And
that was back in the 70s and 80s, right?
no, this was in the
90s even?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or no, 2000 and something.
Wow.
About 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's still some surgeons using those.
And
I think they quit using pedicle screws as much, and they started doing more cage fusions and 360 fusions.
yeah, they
Interior
took bone
fusions.
out of my hips,
Yeah,
you know,
grafted
for
it.
the fusions.
Yeah, that's more
And
painful
then
than the surgery side a lot of times.
And then they took it out of my hips and the back. And the last fusion they done, I didn't have no more bone that they could take.
Yeah.
So they used a mixture of rat and something.
Of rat?
Rat, like a house rat.
So you're part rat now.
Yep.
Okay.
Be careful, I'll bite you.
That's it. Okay. So, how have you done here in the short amount of time you've been here?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I can walk. We went somewhere the other night, and my daughter usually waits on me when we go somewhere because she's, you know, just happy.
Yeah.
I'm slow and pokey. And
Yeah, well, not
it
anymore.
takes a long time. I told her, I said, y'all go on. I'll catch you.
Yeah. Well, you were asking to race them to the elevator the other day.
Tell them I'll race
Yeah.
them to the elevator.
That's good. Okay, let's go over and shoot you next. Okay. Yeah, we need to keep that up. Okay, now let's have you flex forward and backwards again. Just relax your hands. There you go. Forward, backwards. See, she's got a much improved range of motion already too. And she's much more centered on her cervical spine now as well. So we're going to bring her straight back in the Z-axis. We're going to translate her to the left on the X-axis, and then we're going to rotate her backwards on the X-axis. Then I'm going to actually shift your pelvis straight to the right for me, Mom. There you go. Good. There we go. And perfect. Good. Now relax. And let's have you flex your head forward and backwards again, please. Boy, that was smoother, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Good girl. That's good. Okay. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that with our YouTube audience.
Dr. Johnson.
Okay, so we're going
Dr.
to do
Johnson.
Mother first here. Yes. Renee needs a break. She's getting tired arms holding that camera up so long, so we're going to give her a couple of seconds break here. So we'll see you next time, Mr. Houston Chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson.